name's Leroy Blevins. Welcome to Mysteries and Histories. In this episode here, what I would like to do is I want to talk about the layout in the JFK assassination and give some more information out that a lot of people didn't pay attention to or understand. Now, when researchers done research on the JFK assassination, this is basically how they look at it. They look at it with no people around, no other vehicles, just JFK's limo coming down Elm Street, and that's it. Just like when they'll place the limo here, they'll use their laser points and stuff, but they don't place no other cars or vehicles behind them, or the police officers on the sides, or even the people's location where they was at that time. So basically, when they do the research on this, and when they look at this, they're not going to get the information that they actually are looking for. All they're going to pull from this, when you're using one vehicle and that's it, you're just going to get a bunch of false information. People just don't understand. You are going to get a lot of false information. And then when you start making claims as well, it's easy to make a claim. That's why there's a lot of false claims out there, is because of when they look at this and they say, well, you know, this is where the gunman's at, or this is where the shot was fired from, or this place here. But they're not taking consideration that when they make these claims, what else do they have to prove it? Now, when I do my investigations on my research on this, this is how I look at it. I take the map, put the location of the people, where they're at, the vehicles that we see here on this road here. We got all the people up in this area. We got all the people around here, down Houston Street, Main Street, right across here. And remember when they turned down on Elm Street, a lot of these people start running this way. And I marked these locations of exactly where everybody was at when it was a fatal headshot. Plus another thing too, I want to point out that when they do their investigations, they only point out the one thing, the fatal headshot. That's it. They don't bother trying to line up, you know, the shot to the back. But sometimes they do, but there's no follow-up car behind it or anything else like that. So any information they're going to pull from it is going to be false anyway. So as I point that out, but this is what I look at. Now, a lot of people's claim, well, the headshot came from the picket fence area, or it came from this location or that location and stuff, but they're overlooking facts. Now, when we go down here, we're going to talk about the picket fence area for a minute. Now, people's claim, you know, the gunman was right here, along here, here. But see, they're overlooking facts from this location. If you're standing on ground level, okay, you're standing on ground level, and you have a rifle and you're holding it over this, you're not going to get the view of JFK, because that picket fence is here and JFK's car is coming down this way. Okay, it's coming down this way. So see, it's a downgrade. Plus, you got to remember this retaining wall going across here. Now, I had a friend that took a picture of it, which I don't have, but I told him he did a good job of taking it, because he took pictures from behind the picket fence area. But you cannot see the X whatsoever, because you see the road up above, you can see the road up here, but you can't see the road from right here, because this retaining wall right here is blocking the view. So if you're actually going to take a shot from this, you're just going to shoot the retaining wall. You're not going to get a clear shot to JFK. That's a plain fact. Now, to stand right here on this corner, you could probably get a clear shot, but you only have a brief second to finally aim when it comes past here. Because remember, it's a moving target. It's not, you know, people that's standing still. They're not standing still. It's actually a moving target. So he's only got about this much range, because remember, you got 3 men standing here on a stairwell as well. So he's basically got about this much time view, which is a split 0.03 seconds to take aim and take his shot. So there's no shots could come from the corner here. Now let me pull up another map so you actually can see. Here's what I put out. Okay, now this gunman here, this is the actual gunman's location right here. Okay, he has full view right here. Plus, he's got a view from the Stemmons Freeway sign right here of JFK's limo from here to where the fatal headshot was. I mean, he can take aim, follow, and then bang. Okay. If you take a shot from this location, you see you're going to be stopped by the retaining wall. Now, any other shots fired by the picket fence area as locations that they claimed was, the gunman take a shot, even from down here, he would end up probably striking one of these gentlemen on the wall, standing on the steps, because as you see here, the shot would have been taken sooner. So he could clear these three people right here. Okay. So he had to take that shot sooner. But the X is down here where the fatal headshot happened. Okay. So no shots could come from this location because besides you got a tree that's right here and you got another tree right here, plus you got another tree up through here, which can obstruct your view of sight. And then, like I said, you got three men that stand right here on the steps, which you're going to end up striking and hitting one of them before you hit JFK. Because remember, they're up higher. JFK's down lower. And JFK's sitting, which we got to also look at the fact all these people around here are standing up at the time. And JFK's sitting in a vehicle, which he's standing down lower. So all the people are up here. And JFK's down this low. So, there's a lot of difference you got to look at. Now people claim, well, hey, the shot came from the overpass, from the manhole cover, right here. Well, one, you cannot take a shot from here because you got a tree that's actually right here and one right here, and you got another one right here. You got three guys right here, and then you ain't going to actually have a clear shot. And plus you got a sign that's over here. So it's in that time frame. You got to understand it's in between that time frame. When you've got this much of a gap and this much gap between two objects, you're not going to get a clear shot to a person because you don't have time to aim. You never have time to aim. You got to be able to take aim and keep an eye on before you take that shot. Now people's claim, well, it came from the south side by either the picket fence and stuff. Again, we cannot base research on that because you got to remember at this time, there's vehicles here. There's not only vehicles there, there's trucks and there's cars. And to take a shot here, you're not going to get a clear shot. You're going to either hit a driver, as you see here. You're going to hit the driver or Conley before you can even strike JFK. So there's no shots to be fired from here, or you're going to hit one of these people that's actually standing on the side of the road. So see, let me take a drink here if you don't mind. There is no way, there is no way that anybody could take a shot from these locations. And besides, there's no reports out there of anybody hearing any shots close to them on the overpass. No one's claimed no shots was even fired from there. Because remember, you got James Tagg standing right here, okay, right down here on Main Street. He's standing right here on this corner here because it hit the curb and stuff here. He didn't hear none. He heard the shots come from over in this direction. To take a clear shot, you have to have a long range in between your shot and aiming. You can't just pull up right, pow. Because even hunters, they have a bead on something, just like a deer or rabbits. You got to take aim first and then fire. Okay, you just can't shoot, just pull up, shoot, and that's it. Okay, this is not the old West. But anyway, these are things I look at when I did my research and my investigations. I went ahead and I looked at it this way, with the vehicles and the people, the follow-up car, other cars behind them, and you got buses, you got people cheering all around the place. This is the way you actually have to look at it. So no shots could come from the picket fence area. There is no way it could have been no shots to come from there. There's no way no shots can come from the south side. And just like this, they claimed gunman was right here. Okay, for a gunman to actually have a clear shot to JFK from here, the vehicle would have to be right about here. Okay, and JFK has to be leaning over the side of the car because the bullet would have to come up and over, okay, and come back down. So no shots can come from that manhole cover. So I just want to point this out, the location of the assassination, and show you some maps and explain a little bit more information about it. Thank you. Don't forget to subscribe and don't forget to like. Thank you.